Here's a very quick introduction to UGENE. So I went and clicked on the assembly files here that downloads the sequence. And then when I click it, it'll open in UGENE automatically. I'll join the sequences into alignment and open in multiple alignment viewer. I'll ask later. Okay, I'm going to click this button here. It says Save Alignment As. This is going to change the format and make it Cluster W. It's a format that the other alignment programs like to use. Export. Now I'm going to go up here, click Align, Align with MAFFT. Don't select anything, hit Align. Here's the progress bar on the bottom. You'll see it'll hang at 5% for a while. It'll jump up a little bit and then it'll finish really quick. Okay, it's aligned everything. You'll notice here on the bottom, this is kind of the overview. There's a lot of these little slices. Those represent these columns where most of the content of that column is a gap, and that's just from nanopore sequencing noise. So if your computer's got a little bit of beef to it and you want to try this, there's an easy way to make it easier to look at this. And what you can do is you can right-click, you can go to Edit, and then remove columns of gaps. You can also use the keystroke combo Shift plus Delete. It'll pull up this window. You'll select Remove Columns of with percentage of gaps. You want to set that to 90%. That will remove anything where 90% of this column is a gap. And it will take a moment, and it's gonna look like it's frozen. Even though it says there's no active tasks, it's doing it, but all these are grayed out. So sometimes it takes an uncomfortably long amount of time, and sometimes it's a little bit faster. Really, I think depends on how many columns it has to work with. So be patient here for just a second. It's like just when you're about to get frustrated with it is when it usually finishes. Another way of dealing with this is you can do the Jessica method, and that involves copying the consensus to the clipboard, pasting it, then copying the consensus from this page. So copying this to the clipboard, going in and pasting it. Oh, it looks like I made it a little bit angry. Maybe because I have two windows open. I wonder if that's causing the problem. Let me close this window. So it looks like it finished. Closing the other window seemed to help. There's too many sequences here. That's really the problem. So since it's finished, I can now look down at this chunk of gray, and I can find my polymorphisms really easily. So you can investigate anywhere you see a little notch in here, and here's one where there's a few C's missing from this homopolymer, or this string of C's. That's nanopore noise. There's another little dot. It's nothing significant. Nothing significant. Again, I'm hovering my mouse there. I can see the percentage. Here's one where it is significant because it's going to be about 50-50. 60-40, something like that. Close enough where we want to go and see what's going on. And I'll scroll down, and at a certain point, it's going to switch from, see how it goes from TCCCT to just TCCCCT. So we're just going to incorporate this in the sequence that we're going to edit. There's a couple ways you can do that. here's one way that I think is really easy if you only have one polymorphism, and that's copy just one row. Make sure it's, the row that's got the most well-represented nucleotides there, and you can just Control-C or copy it to the clipboard. Then you can go in here and you can go to Edit, and you can Control-F and then paste that in, and it's going to find here in the box that spot right next to the one that you want to change, and so we're going to change that to a Y. And then we're going to say reason for edit. And then primary species, I'm going to choose Romaria, but you can really put anything you want there. It doesn't matter. It's just fixing a glitch in MycoMap. And I used to say to write edited here, but now that information is going to be incorporated automatically. You also don't need to put the unedited sequence there. That information is recorded. So as you'll see now, it says here, edited. We'll run a new blast, do 100, and that's pretty much it. That's a quick little tour and how to annotate a single polymorphism. I'll just note that if you, for any reason you had a bunch of these, the Jessica method would work well, and that's copying the consensus here. I'll just show it really quick. Copy consensus. Then here you can either paste it, or if you can't paste it for whatever reason, you can do open from clipboard, right click, export as alignment, because that bar isn't up there. And now that it's here as an alignment, now you can go in and copy this to the clipboard, paste it in the alignment here, and then align it. And if you do that, it'll essentially highlight any polymorphisms. Also looks like there's a bit of a tail on here. Interesting. Not sure why that's there. Looks like it's not present in my alignment. Yeah, this might be what looks like a duplication of the primer. So I'm actually glad we did this. This is an error that we need to get rid of. So let's go and fix that problem. So we'll go here. This is our consensus sequence. It has the polymorphism annotated. We will copy the consensus, go back into here, edit. I'll delete this whole thing. Yeah, that's a little weird. GGA, GGA, and then GGA, GGA. Yeah, so it's duplicated. Let's delete that. Paste in the new one, which is now shorter and does not contain 2 copies of the reverse primer. Very odd. Okay. And now we'll want to do another blast. Okay, for real now, we're done.